Today we're going to be looking at some people who face the consequences of their actions. Little girl disturbs a resting dog, she learns her lesson soon enough. Okay, this is something you do not want to do to a resting dog. If you want it to bite your face and you have to go and get facial reconstruction surgery, this is what you should do. I mean, honestly, I feel like that's probably the best thing that could have happened to her. The worst being getting a new face. Out of all the things that dog could have done, she should be pretty happy that it only threw sand in her face. And yet again, why is an adult recording? I've seen a lot of videos online where kids are purposely winding up dogs, but adults are recording it. Maybe they don't know what dogs are like, but I can assure you, a dog will either do that or it will bite your face off. Good for the girl, that dog who chose non-violence next time, ... Forget next time, there could have not been a next time. Put it this way, dogs have two reactions, either a funny, loving reaction or just a vicious one. There's some dogs out there that if you poke them, they will just bite you. Now, my dog was a lovely dog before she died, however, I scored in my way to wind her up, and I'm genuinely shocked as to how she didn't bite me. You know, whenever you're told not to wind up the dog, I would wind up the dog and I would do it so badly. So maybe that dog's a bit like my old dog, where like I wouldn't actually bite someone, but some other dogs aren't like that. Dying mother shows clear favoritism to biological grandchild and calls adopted son an it, and is shocked when she's kicked out. I, Fernie Meal, lost my wife 5 years ago. She had a 10-month-old son who I got custody of after she passed. His biological father signed off parental rights at birth and never met the kid, and we had a 6-year-old daughter together. My 10-year-old son has Down syndrome. My mother asked to come live with me 2 weeks ago to spend more time with us because she is down and has only months left to live. I told her she can come spend a week here first. She is here now and we'll see how it works for everyone, most of all the kids. She came and things were going okay. Then a few days ago she ordered a new set of toys for my 6-year-old, a really expensive one, which I let fly even though I don't normally just let my kids choose hundreds of dollars worth of toys. But I get that she was trying to do something nice for her grandkids. Then today the set arrived just before dinner, and at dinner I asked my son what toys he chose. He said he didn't choose any toys. I asked my mum what he chose. Son sometimes mixes things up and I thought he just forgot. And she said that she only bought the toys for her grandbaby. Wait a minute, is this child not her grandchild? I think I've heard of situations like this before where, you know, two people get married and one of the people has a child from the past relationship, but their new partner doesn't accept their child as their actual child. Please don't tell me that's going on here. I said that she has 2 grandkids because I have 2 children, and she said he's not your son. I told the kids to go play in the living room, and I told my mother that this kind of talking is unacceptable in my house. She then said it's true, you have no obligation here. You should go foster care or stick-in facility before your life is ruined. I flipped out, called her all sorts of names and told her I'll be calling hospice first thing in the morning and have them take her the same day, which I did. She cried all night and begged me not to make her go die alone in hospice. But I said she crossed the line and I'm done. My aunts called me an a-hole. Some of my friends said I should just let it go because her time is limited. And my sister who lives abroad just said it was plain cruel. My cousin said what she said was awful and I did the right thing. I feel a bit guilty over it anyways. Am I the a-hole? Okay, so they did add a little bit of the edit at the bottom, basically saying that the mother's in the hospice but he does still visit her. So it's not like she got abandoned. I'm gonna be completely honest now. Put it this way, if you have literally let your mother into your house and she's turned around and said, yeah, that grandchild isn't my actual grandchild, and she quite clearly is treating it different. Can't get one grandchild loads of toys and then not the other. It's the fact that like that grandchild knows that there's toys as well. So are you an a-hole? I'm gonna be honest, no. Like, is it a good situation? No, it's a horrible situation to be in. Never understand why you acted that way. Not the a-hole. Don't get it, I get to be cruel free card when you're dying. She made her choice to voice her opinion and a second choice to double down in it, and now she's finding out that there's consequences for her actions. Firstly, I'd be careful about having her around grandchildren. No, she quite clearly is favoritism, like that's not a good thing. It's also the fact that the kid has special needs. Situations like that are horrible because I have heard so many stories very similar to that. You know, where 2 people get married but one of the people has, you know, like a child from a past relationship, and then their new partner doesn't accept their child as their own. But yet again, as the good old saying goes, you know, you made your bed, now you gotta lie in it. If only this could have been predicted. And that is how you're gonna break your car and die. Sometimes when I watch these videos, I genuinely wonder what is going on with these people. Are they dumb or are they just stupid? Or maybe a bit of both. If you ever go for a car wash, the one thing you're told to do is close your windows and don't open the doors. I probably also thought that like the bristles actually washing their car are very, very soft and you can like touch them. I can guarantee you, if you put your arm in them bristles, it'll get ripped off. It's like a power hose. Like, people seem to think a power hose is just like putting your hand under a tap of water. Power hose will rip your skin off. Good, idiots like those deserve idiotic consequences for their idiotic actions. Oh my god, talk about a tongue twister. Personally, I think think the facility that was watching their cars should fine them. I'm a massive fan of finding people, if you can't tell. If someone makes an idiotic mistake on purpose, they deserve to get fined. I also don't agree with small fines. I'm talking about big fines, like thousands of fines. If someone parks in double yellow lines, fine them thousands of pounds. If someone parks in a disabled spot and they're not disabled, fine them thousands of pounds. First of all, that company gets loads of money, which they could actually, use to pay someone a new wage. And then hopefully the perpetrator will learn. I also can't really tell what type of car that is. I'm gonna guess it's probably an expensive one. People like them are why car insurance is so expensive. Non-handicapped person parks in a handicapped spot gets towed. I hate my apartment complex. They just towed my effing car. I was parked in a handicapped spot that I park there all the time. I'm over it, $155. You know how like 20 seconds ago I was talking about people getting fined? By the looks of it, this person got fined. I'm very, very interested if they actually are handicapped or if they're not. Or maybe they'll actually pretend. Did you know there's people out there who pretend to be disabled so they can park in spots like that? Rather than parking a few spots down and walking for about 10 seconds, they would much rather take up a disabled spot that the actual disabled person needs to use. So your car got towed for illegal parking. It cost you $150 and you're mad at the apartment complex because you feel entitled to park wherever you want. I think you should thank them for not calling the cops to come give you a ticket, which would have cost you even more money. Stop parking your car in a handicapped spot unless you're handicapped, and have a rear view mirror play card or license plate to legally park there. Exactly, like it's literally not rocket science. I don't understand why these people don't get it. Are you going to be shocked that you're going to get fined whenever you're parked in a parking spot that isn't for you? Like, does anyone else think that's crazy? I don't know, maybe I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and their mother was doing cartwheels when they were in the womb, hence why they're a bit dumb. I'm an a-hole because I told my ex-husband's son the truth about why we divorced and how he came to be. I-45 female used to be married to D46 male. We were together for 4 years, married for 5 years. From age 18 to 27, I thought the relationship was going well until I discovered D was having an active affair with C. He was 25 at the time and is now 43 female. During that time I collected evidence, consulted a divorce lawyer and presented D with divorce papers. D did not protest and left me for C as she was pregnant and I had trouble conceiving. Oh god, that right there is a nightmare situation. You literally get divorced and you find out your partner is with someone who's also pregnant. And this is why you gotta keep tabs on people. As the divorce proceeded, I discovered I was pregnant. For my moral judgment, I decided to keep the baby and had primary custody, as D was obsessed with his new fling with C. I would give birth to a healthy baby boy in M and C would give birth in N. D would initially deny paternity of M, but with DNA tests it is proven he is the father. Boys will grow up to become friends and have solid relationship despite the tense nature of what transpired between D and me. That's a bit of a horrible situation, isn't it? How did she feel about that other woman getting pregnant? Did she know that like they were together and possibly having a child? I feel bad for people who are in a relationship with someone and don't know they're also in another relationship. It's kind of like they're being trapped and lied to, isn't it? And then also it's even worse that like the kids are like speaking to each other. Hopefully they'll be able to put the past behind themselves even though it literally wasn't their fault. Boys are now 17 and entering their senior year of high school. Ken was over last weekend and seemed different as his mood was sour and he seemed upset. Sitting down with him I asked him what was wrong and though he appeared apprehensive, he opened up to me about some relationship problems he'd been going through. His girlfriend of 2 years had cheated on him and he was having trouble dealing with the drawbacks of it. He asked me whether or not two individuals could reconcile after infidelity. I was honest with him and said it depended on the individuals, so it was often better if both parties moved on as trust between the two had been broken and was not easily repaired. She's a good example of that. Look at what her ex-husband done. He literally got a woman pregnant behind her back and then she found out she was pregnant very soon afterwards. He seemed to take the answer in stride but then asked me a question I wasn't sure I was prepared for. Is that what happened between you and my father? I confirmed that it had, which is why D and I divorced. That his father cheated on me with his mother, which resulted in his birth. He seemed conflicted and responded, so it's all been a lie. I asked him about the statement and apparently his father had said that I cheated on him. I corrected him in that point and stated the reason our divorce was infidelity in the father's part and I had evidence for it. It's bad enough that the guy cheated on his wife with another woman, he's also lied to the child about it, basically saying it was the other way around when it wasn't. He thanked me for the conversation and said he needed to go home now as it was getting late. I wished him safe travels and thought nothing else of it until a few hours later I received an angry phone call from C asking me for why she argued with her son. He went home to have it out with his father over the situation, but he wasn't home yet and couldn't wait. He had a very contentious verbal spat with C, calling her some unpleasant names I would not repeat. She is calling me a homewrecker, the irony in that statement, and that I'm an a-hole for poisoning her son's mind. I'm an a-hole for what I discussed with him. I'm gonna say you're not. Put it this way, your ex-husband had an affair and that child was gonna find out eventually. Also, keep in mind his dad's lied to him about it, so quite frankly I think it's right for him to know the truth. And then at the very start I was hoping that other woman didn't know about their relationship. I'm now starting to think that she did. It's quite clearly she's angry that her little secret has been exposed. His dad has two sons the same age with two different women. I'm surprised they hadn't already figured that one out. I mean, I feel like they definitely did know deep down, it's just they didn't know which woman he had cheated on. And then it's also the fact that he's lied about saying that she cheated on him. Like, are you having a laugh? He's been poisoned with the truth, not the a-hole. That's what I'm saying. He is not happy that the truth is out, and yet again it's the fact that he lied to his son. Situations like that are quite sad, aren't they? It's the fact that he's basically broken a family. And also whenever it comes to affairs, if you're very, very young, your parents have an affair, you're gonna find out about it eventually. And if your parents break up, that's even worse. You don't grow up with your your parents together and you always wonder why, and then you find out, oh yeah, it was because one of my parents cheated on the other one. Couple arrives too late for their flight and get angry at the gate won't be open for them.
I'm a military person. I don't start trouble with people. I understand that, but it was already. Can I please go?
What does you being in the military have got anything to do if you turn up late? If anything, that should be the opposite. You should be there in time.
Ask somebody first. Do that. Talk about. Go ask somebody.
Yeah, but like shouting at him isn't going to do anything for your own actions.
Ask somebody. No. Hey, go ask somebody. He got it. He got it. Ask somebody first. Don't just say no.
Is he saying exit someone from the plane?
Go ask somebody first. If they didn't pull off.
I don't understand why people pay hundreds of dollars for a plane ticket and then turn up late. Do they just not care about losing the money? Have you tried showing up in time? Exactly. And then wasn't she going on about how she's military or ex-military? If anything, her being in the military should be concerning. You know, people in the military have to be very good with time. How are you going to be in the military or ex-military and then turn up late to a flight? Like, you know how planes work. You know you're not getting onto that. And then I also feel bad for that employee. You know, it's the fact that he's getting blamed for it. He's getting blamed for the fact that they couldn't turn up in time for a flight. Cop caught doing the naughty in public complains about being put in paid leave.
I've got a lady that describes a guy that fits your description. Dark hair, wavy hair, wearing cargo pants, driving an orange burnt truck with the 3 initials to your plates.
Yeah, it looks like it's him. He's been caught
I thought it
red-handed.
went away. I thought this was,
Well,
this is 6 weeks later, and,
If you thought it went away, why do you keep looking at the report? You want to take a polygraph?
sure,
You have no problem taking that?
no problem at all.
We're gonna place you on leave.
Oh, please don't.
You're going on, I have no choice.
Please
I
don't.
have no
I'm
choice.
living paycheck to paycheck right now.
Well, then you shouldn't have done what you done.
It's with pay.
Yeah, but still, I can't work details.
I know.
This will kill me. Is this gonna go public? Can I take vacation time just so it doesn't look like I'm out there being... What if this gets out and the paper gets a hold of it? And then I'm cleared. Every Google search is gonna come up with my name, accused of a crime. This is
I don't think you're
horrible.
being accused of it. I think you're, like,
This is the
you were
worst
caught
day of
doing
my life,
it.
I'm telling you right now.
Well, you haven't done anything to help yourself here either. You went out there and done some pretty weird things since this has come about. You went out there,
I changed my plate just because she came in here, and honestly, I just kind of wanted this to, I just wanted it over with. If you were gonna charge me today, what charge would it be?
it's gonna be
The misdemeanor, lascivious.
Lewd lascivious?
this is missing.
I got everything right on my desk.
Yep, so he failed it. Yep. Oh, wait, so he's not admitting to it? Okay. Okay, and then he's allowed to quietly resign. Yeah, so that doesn't surprise me that it got out in the end. And he got placed in leave again, yep. Unsurprising. Honestly, with him, he should just got fired the minute that happened. The minute they found out he shouldn't have been placed in leave, he should have just been sacked. Moral of the story, if you ever want to have a fiddle, don't do it out in public, just do it in the premises of your house. They better keep an eye on him. UK cop who did this ended up kidnapping and murdering a stranger. People like him are often working up for something far worse. And when he's back at work with a badge, uniform and gun, what could go wrong? It is a little bit concerning he was let go quietly. I know this is like a big reach, but it's kind of like serial killers, you know, they start with killing animals and then they move on to humans. With him, if he's caught doing that in public, what's he then gonna do next? You know, is he gonna spiral? And then yet again, you know, if you can't contain yourself, just go home. Do it in the premises of your house. Were you just driving? I want to give you a little bit of context about this next clip. Basically, I think this guy is in court for a driving offense. And then when he's on Zoom with court, he's driving. You know, talk about stupidity.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Harris, who should be present in Zoom.
Oh my god, he's literally driving.
Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Look at the judge. Like, I'm so sorry. How are you going to be in court for a driving offense and then be driving? It's like these people don't care, but I genuinely don't think they care.
You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
Oh, so you're stationary
All
now.
right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driver while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he's driving.
and he was just driving. And he didn't have a license.
Oh,
That is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
Oh, look at him,
No,
he's pulling
I'm
a
looking
Biden
at the record.
face.
He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Look at him, like he's literally like Joe Biden, completely frozen.
hello.
1 minute, Mr. Harris.
Like, look at the judge, he's trying his best not to laugh his ass off, and I don't blame him.
I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
Oh god, he's getting hammered.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Harris, I'll be giving you a call.
Okay.
The title of this video is People Who Face Consequences of Their Actions, and I think that's a prime example. I think that any court appearance is something you'll just knock out in a car while you go about your day stupid. To do it when you're literally charged with driving a suspended license is beyond comprehension. Exactly, you know, how are you literally getting charged for that and then you're going to be driving? And you're on the phone while driving, like we seen him at the beginning, he was literally driving. It is just utter stupidity. Well, anyways guys, let's leave that video there. That is some people who face the consequence of their actions, and oh my god, some of these people were dumb. It would seem to look at more people like this, let me definitely will. Subscribe and see you all tomorrow for another video.